Fair enough. I'll grant you that. But what is this injury that I have inflicted upon you?
Did you or did you not induce me to call that sanctimonious prophet?
I did, and I would do it again.
And tell me, how long ago was it that Laius
Laius? What does he have to do with it?
vanished, lost from the world of men, murdered in his own tracks?
You would have to count the years far, far back.
And that far back, was the prophet at her trade then?
Yes, as skilled as she is today and just as honored.
And did she mention me back then?
No, never. Or at least not in my presence.
Oh. The great seer didn't accuse me then. I wonder why.
I do not know. And what I don't know, I keep quiet.
You do know, and you'd tell it too if you had a shred of decency.
What? If I knew, I wouldn't hold back.
Simply this. If you two had not put your heads together, we would have never heard about my killing Laius.
That's what she said, then you would know best. But now it's my turn to learn from you as you have learned from me.
Learn away. You'll never convict me of the murder.
Tell me, you are married to my sister, are you not?
A genuine discovery. No one can deny that.
And the two of you rule the land in equal power.
She receives from me whatever she desires.
I am the third, also equal.
Oh, and that is where you show your stripes. You betray a kinsman!
Not at all. Not if you act calmly and rationally as I do. Tell me this. Who in their right mind would rather live and rule in anxiety rather than sleep in peace? Not I. I do not yearn for a kingship, especially when I have the power of a king already in my hands. I do not lust for conspiracy. If you want to know the truth, then you go to Delphi yourself and seek out the oracle. If I did not bring it back word for word, or if you find that I conspired with the clairvoyant in any way, arrest me, execute me. But don't convict me on sheer, unverified surmise. To reject a friend, a kinsman, I would rather tear out the life within us, a precious life at that. Time alone will find a just man in the light. Criminal you can find in one short day.
Good advice, my lord, for those who wish to avoid disaster. I mean, those who jump to conclusions may go wrong.
When my enemy moves against me quickly, in secret, I move too quickly, and I plot and pay him back. I must. If I relax my guard for a moment, waiting his next move, he wins his objective, I lose mine.
What do you want from me? Banishment?
No! I want you dead.
Just to show how ugly a grudge can be.
Still so obstinate. Do you think I'm not serious?
I think you're insane.
Oh, quite sane in my behalf.
And just as much as in mine.
You, my mortal enemy.
What if you're wholly wrong?
No matter. I must rule.
Not if you rule unjustly.
Hear him, Thebes, my city.
My city too.
Please, my lord. Look, JOCASTA's here. Maybe with her help you can put this fighting behind you.
Have you no sense? Poor misguided men, such shouting. Why this public outburst? Aren't you ashamed, with the land so sick, to stir up private quarrels? Into the palace with you. And Creon, you go home. Why make such a furor over nothing?
Sister, this is disturbing. Your husband Oedipus wishes punishment on me. He wishes me banished from the fatherland or death.
Precisely. Oh, I caught him in the act, JOCASTA, plotting to stab me in the back.
Never! Curse me! Let me die and be damned if I did anything that you say I did.
Oh, God. Believe it, Oedipus. Honor the solemn oath he swears to heaven. Do it for me, for the sake of all your people.
Believe it. Be sensible. Give way, my king, we beg
What do you want from me? Concessions?
Respect him. He's no fool. He's strong.
You know what you're asking.
We do.
Then out with it.
The man's your friend, your kin. He's under oath. Don't cast him out disgraced. Branded guilty on the strength of hearsay only.
Know full well. If this is what you want, then you want me dead or banished for life.
Never, no! Not by the blazing sun, first god of the heavens. Stripped of the gods, stripped of our loved ones, let us die by inches, if that ever crossed our minds. But the heart inside us sickens. It dies as the land dies. And now, on top of old grief, you pile this, your fury, both of you.
Then let him go. Even if it does lead to my death, my demise, my banishment from Thebes, it is you I pity. Your voice moves me. He, wherever he goes, my hate goes with him.
Even in your yielding, you're brutal in your rage. You're gonna go too far one day, Oedipus. It'll be the perfect justice.
Then leave me alone. Get out!
I'm going. But you're wrong. Wrong. And all these citizens know I'm right.
Why do you hesitate, my lady? Why didn't you just let him in?
Tell me what happened first.
Loose, ignorant talk started dark suspicions and a sense of injustice cut deeply too.
On both sides?
Yes.
What did they say?
Enough. Why not just let it be where it is now? Just let it lie.
Do you see what your good intentions get? All because you wanted to blunt my anger.
No, my king, we've said it once. We'll say it time and again. We'd be senseless fools to ever turn our backs on you. You, who steered us back on course, our storm-tossed, shattered land. You brought us right. Please, good helmsman, steer us back again.
For the love of God, Oedipus, tell me too, what is it? Why this rage?
I will tell you, JOCASTA. I respect you more than these men here. Creon is to blame. Creon plots against me.
Tell me clearly, how did this quarrel start?
Creon says that I killed Laius. I am guilty.
And how does he know? Some secret knowledge or simple hearsay?
No, he sent in his prophet to do his dirty work. You know Creon. Creon keeps his own lips clean.
A prophet? Free yourself of every charge. Listen to me and learn some peace of mind. Nothing human, no skill in the world can penetrate the future. Here is proof, quick and to the point. An oracle came to Laius one fine day. I'll not say from Apollo himself, but one of his underlings, his priest. And it declared that doom would strike him down at the hands of a son, our son, to be born of our own flesh and blood. But Laius, so the report goes, was killed by strangers, thieves, at a place where two roads meet. My son, he wasn't 3 days old when the boy's father fastened his ankles, had a henchman fling him away on a barren, trackless mountain. There, you see? Apollo brought neither thing to pass. My son no more murdered his father than Laius suffered his wildest fear, death at his own son's hands. That's how the seers and all their revelations mapped out the future. Brush it from your mind. Whatever the god needs and wants, he'll bring to light himself with ease.
Strange. Hearing you speak just now, my mind wandered, racing back and forth.
What do you mean? Why so startled, anxious?
I I thought I heard you say that Laius was killed at a place where 3 roads meet.
Oh, that was the story. It hasn't died out yet.
Where did this happen? Be precise.
A place called Phocis, where 2 branching roads, one from Dahlia and one from Delphi, come together. A crossroads.
And when did this occur?
No sooner had the herald reported Laius dead than you appeared, and they hailed you King of Thebes.
Oh, God. Oh, God, what do you have planned for me?
What, Oedipus? What haunts you so?
No, not yet. Laius, describe him. What did he look like? Had he yet reached his prime?
He was dark, strong. The gray had just begun to streak his temples, and his build was like yours.
Oh, no. No, I think I have called down a great curse upon myself. I simply didn't know.
What are you saying?
That I have a terrible fear the blind one can see. I will know in a minute. One thing more.
I'll answer all I can.
When he went forth, did he go forth with a light escort or heavy, like a king, like a lord?
Well, there were 5 in the party, with a herald among them and a single wagon carrying Laius.
Oh, no, all brought to light. Tell me, who told you all this at the time?
A servant that reached home. The lone survivor.
And the servant, might they still be in the palace now?
No, indeed. As soon as she returned from the scene and saw you on the throne with Laius dead and gone, knelt and touched my hand, pleading with me to send her away to the hinterlands to shepherd, as far as possible out of sight of Thebes. I sent her away. Slave though she was, she'd earned that favor and much more.
Can we bring her back, quickly?
Easily, but why do you want her so?
I'm afraid I've said too much already, but I must speak with that shepherd. Fetch her.
Then she'll come. But I have a right. I'd like to think, to know what tortures you, my lord.
And so you shall. When I face this pitch of dark foreboding, who means more to me than you? Who else would I turn toward as I face all this? My father was Polybus, king of Corinth. My mother, a Dorian, Merope, and I was held as the prince of the realm by all the people there. Oh, until one day something hit me out of nowhere, something strange, worth commenting perhaps, but not worth the anxiety I gave it. Some man at a banquet cried out that I was not my father's son. Fighting words. I barely contained myself that day. But the next morning, I went to mother and father, examined them closely, and they were outraged, both at the accusation and at the fool who let it fly. So, as for my parents, I was satisfied, but still, this thing, it gnawed at me. So, and the slander spread. I had to make my move, unknown to mother and father. The next morning I set out for Delphi. The god Apollo spurned me there, denied me the facts I was after, but put a future in my head that was full of pain, terror, disaster. I can still hear his words. You are fated to couple with your mother. You will bring a breed of children into the light. No man can bear to look on. You will kill your father with your own hands. I heard all that, and I ran. From that day forward, I only marked Corinth by the stars. I was running, always running to some place where those shame of those dreadful oracles could never come true. And as I fled, I came to that place where the great king, you say, that is in. And now, JOCASTA, I will tell you all. As I came to the place where the 3 roads meet, first I saw a herald, and then a brace of colts drawing a wagon, and on the bench, a man, just as you've described him. And as we came face to face, both the driver and the man were determined to push me off the road. Brute force the driver. Oh, I struck him in anger. And the old man, seeing me come up along his wheels, took his prod and brought down 2 prongs straight at my head. I paid him back with interest. With 1 blow from the staff in this right hand, I sent him headlong, sprawling off the wagon. I killed them all. Every mother's son. But oh, if there had been some blood tie between Laius and this stranger, what man more miserable than I, more hated by the gods? These hands that murdered your husband now cover you with blood. I am an abomination. Wouldn't a man of judgment say, and wouldn't he be right, that some terrible power brought this down upon my head? Oh no, no, you pure and awesome gods. Never let me see that day. Let me vanish from the world of men without a trace before I see myself stained with such corruption, stained to the heart.
My lord, you fill our hearts with fear. Please, at least until you talk to the witness, do take hope.
Oh, yes, she is my last hope. I must speak with her. She is crucial.
And when she appears, what then? Why so urgent?
Well, if her story matches yours, then I have escaped the worst.
What did I say? What struck you so?
You said Thebes. Now, if you hold to that same number, then I cannot be the killer. 1 cannot equal many. But if she calls out 1, just 1, the scales fall on me. I am guilty.
Impossible. Trust me. I told you precisely what she said. She can't retract it now. The whole city heard it, not just I. And even if she did vary her first report by 1 man, more or less, she could never make the murder of Laius truly fit the prophecy. Apollo was explicit. My son was doomed to kill my husband. My son, poor defenseless thing, he never had a chance to kill Laius. They destroyed him first. So much for prophecy. It's neither here nor there. From this day on, I'll look neither left nor right.
True, true. Still, that shepherd, fetch her quickly.
Then she'll come. But let's go inside. I'd never displease you, least of all in this. It occurred to me just now to visit the temples of the gods. So I have my branch in hand and my incense too. Oedipus is beside himself, racked with anguish, no longer a man of sense. He won't admit that the latest prophecies are as hollow as the old. He's at the mercy of every passing voice, if that voice tells of terror. I urge him gently. Nothing seems to help. So I turn to you, Apollo. You are nearest. I come with prayer and offering. I beg you, cleanse us, set us free of defilement. Look at us, passengers in the grip of fear, watching as the pilot of the vessel goes to pieces.
Strangers, please, I wonder if you could direct me to the palace of the king. I believe his name is Oedipus. You know where he is?
This is his palace, stranger. He's inside. But here is his queen, his wife, the mother of his children.
Oh, blessings on you, noble queen. Queen of Oedipus, crowned with your family. Blessings on you always.
And same to you, stranger. You deserve it. Such a greeting. But what have you come for? Have you brought us news?
Wonderful news for you and for your husband.
Oh, really? Who sent you?
Corinth. I'll give you the message in a moment. You'll be glad of it, and did you not help it? Although it does cost a little sorrow in the bargain.
What can it be with such a double edge?
From Corinth. The people there, they want to make your husband Oedipus king.
Why? Isn't old Polybus still in power?
Oh, no. Death has got him in the tomb.
What are you saying? Polybus? Dead? Dead!
If I'm not telling the truth, strike me dead too.
Quickly! Go to him and tell him this. You prophecies of the gods! Where are you now? This is the man Oedipus feared for years. He fled him, not to kill him. And now he's dead. Quite by chance. A natural, normal death, not murdered by his son.
What is it, dearest? Why call me from the palace?
Listen to him. See for yourself what all those awful prophecies of the gods have come to.
Who is he? What can he have for me?
He's from Corinth. He's come to tell you that your father is no more. Polybus is dead.
Let me have it from your lips.
Well, that's what you want first, and here's the message. Polybus, dead and gone.
And how did he die? Murder, sickness, how?
A light tip of the scales to put old bones to rest.
Sickness then? Poor man, he wasted him away.
That's a long ton of years he had measured out.
Oh, why, JOCASTA, why? Why do we look to the hearts of the prophets for the fires of the future? Why scan the birds that scream above our heads? They winged me on to the murder of my father, did they? That was my doom? Ha! Well, Polybus is dead and buried, hidden in the earth, and here I am in Thebes! I never put hand to sword. Unless you say that a longing for me wore him down, then in a sense you could say I was responsible for his death. But those prophecies that I feared for so long, oh, Polybus packs them off to sleep with him in hell. They are nothing, worthless.
There! Didn't I tell you from the start?
Oh, you did, but I lived in fear.
Oh, no more. Sweep it from your mind forever.
But my mother's bed, still I must fear.
Fear! What should a man fear? It's all chance. Chance rules all our lives. No man on earth can see a day ahead, groping through the dark. Better to live at random, best we can. And as for this marriage with your mother, have no fear. Many a man before you, in his dreams, has shared his mother's bed. Take such things for shadows. Nothing at all. Live, Oedipus. Live as if there's no tomorrow.
Brave words. And almost you would persuade me if Mother were not alive. But Mother lives. So for all your reassurances, I live in fear. I must.
But your father's death, that at least is a great blessing. Joy to the eyes.
Great, yes, wonderful, but I fear her. She's still alive.
Wait, who is this woman that you fear?
Merope, old man, the wife of Polybus.
Queen Merope? Well, what is there to fear in her?
A prophecy dreadful from the gods, from long ago.
Oh, tell me, unless it's forbidden for other ears to hear.
Oh, no. Apollo told me once, it is my fate that I must couple with my mother and kill my father with my own hands. So for years, I gave Corinth a wide berth. But it has turned out for my benefit. Still, to look one's parents in the eyes, that is the greatest joy I know.
That's it? That's what kept you out of Corinth?
My father, so I wouldn't kill my father.
Oh, so that's it. Well then, since I came bearing such goodwill, why don't I put that old worry to rest for you?
Well, there'd be a rich reward in that for you.
Why do you think I came, sir? So you go back to Corinth, and I would be better off.
Never. I will never go near my parents.
My king, it's clear you don't know what you're doing.
What are you talking about? For God's sake, explain.
If you were avoiding home, dodging home, always afraid to go back home.
Afraid that those oracles might come true.
True, and then you would bear the guilt of both your parents.
I live with that fear constantly.
Don't you see? Polybus was nothing to you, not in blood.
What? Are you saying Polybus was not my father?
No more than I am. He and I are equals.
My father? How could my father equal nothing? You're nothing to me.
Neither was he. No more your father than I am.
Well, then why did he call me son?
You were a gift. He took you out of my hands.
No, from another's? but he loved me so. He loved me so deeply.
Yes, it's true. And all those years without a son made him love you even more.
And you, what did you buy me? Find me somewhere?
I stumbled upon you on the woody flanks of Mount Cithaeron.
So close. What were you doing there? Just passing through?
I was grazing my flocks on the slopes.
A vagabond, a herdsman scraping for wages.
You're a savior too, my son, in your worst hour.
What? Was I in pain when you found me? What exactly?
Your ankles, they tell the story. Look at your ankles.
Why bring up that old affliction now?
Your ankles were pinned together. I set you free.
I've had that mark since the cradle.
And that name has been your misfortune. That name you still have.
Well, by the gods, who did it? Mother, father, who?
I don't know. The one who gave you to me. She would know.
Wait. You didn't find me yourself. You got me from someone else.
Another shepherd put you into my hands.
And this shepherd, are they? What can you describe them? Can I see them?
The shepherd said that she was a servant of, if I remember right, a servant of Laius.
The king that ruled here long ago.
Yes, that's the one. That was his shepherd.
And this shepherd, is she still alive? Can I meet her?
They would know more. The people of these parts, they would know.
The shepherd that he speaks of. Have you seen her in the fields, in the town? Reveal it now, once and for all.
I think it's the same shepherd that you wanted to see earlier. But the queen, JOCASTA, she'd be the one to say.
JOCASTA? That shepherd we sent for, is that the one he speaks of?
That word? Why ask? Old shepherd talk. Empty nonsense. Don't give it another thought. Don't even think.
No, with a clue like this, I will never stop searching. Not for all the world.
Stop! Please, for the love of God, if you love your own life, call off this search. My suffering is enough.
Courage. Even if we find out my mother was a slave, and me a slave 3 generations back, still, you would not seem calm.
No, I beg you, listen to me. Don't do this.
Listen to you. No, I will never stop searching out the truth of my birth.
For your sake, I beg you.
Your begging is more than I can bear.
You're doomed. May you never fathom who you are.
You, go, find this shepherd. As for her, let her glory in her royal birth.
Oh, man of agony, that is the only name I have for you.